everybody, welcome to today's video. So in this video I'm going to be explaining what I do as a CNA. I've been really wanting to do a day in the life as a CNA, but it's kind of hard because I will record my morning and then by the time I get to work it's like kind of hard to constantly record because you want to maintain patients' privacy with the HIPAA, and I'm just constantly like busy and there's not much for me to really record. I'll try to do it if I can, but if not, this video is going to be explaining everything that I do in like the day in my life in the hospital on the floor as a CNA. This video can help you if you're interested in becoming a CNA or you're in your CNA program and you want to end up working as a CNA like in the hospital. I did my clinicals at a skilled nursing facility, so from that it was a lot of work just even for those like 2 weeks that I was constantly doing it every day. So I knew I wanted to work in the hospital since I'm going to nursing school and I want to be a nurse. I want to end up working in the hospital, so I feel like gaining that experience, I could see what the nurses do, and this helps me get comfortable with patient care so I know how it's going to end up being. Beginning with what I do, I come into the hospital, I clock in, and I get my I will get my sheet. It says like everyone's name, what rooms they're assigned to with the nurses, and if you're going to be on the floor or if you're going to be a sitter. So this week I've been a sitter once, which you're watching patients because either they've been like agitated, aggressive, or they're like pulling out their IVs. You just have to like watch them. So I was that this week. It wasn't difficult at all. They were very relaxed. The patients ended up being very relaxed. And then yesterday I was actually on the floor. I love being on the floor because I'm constantly doing stuff. I'm really busy getting through the day. After I get my schedule to see what I'm doing that day, I will pull up all the patients that I'm assigned to, print out my list. I will end up getting a report from the night shift, and once I finish getting a report from night shift, I will start my vitals, and I go around to each patient introducing myself, updating the whiteboard that's on there that says their like care plan of them, like their name, the doctor's name, the nurses, the date, and all that stuff. So I'll update the board, introduce myself, and I will then take their vitals. The vitals consist of blood pressure, temperature, their oxygen level, their heart rate, and their respirations. So we have a blood pressure machine, and we just hook the blood pressure cuff up and I click start, and then it all goes. Respirations I do have to count myself since you can't really count it on the machine, can't do it. And then after I round on all my patients, I just check around the room, get them cleaned up, like make sure it's all cleaned, and ask if they've ordered breakfast. After then I do all their vitals and I round. I like to chart their vitals. If there's not a computer in the room, I chart all the vitals, and then I go back out to the rooms and get them prepared for breakfast. So we do rounding, I do charting every 2 hours, so 8, 10, 12, 1400, 1600, and 1800. Since you're in the hospital, it is military time, and I have on my Apple Watch, I changed it military time, so it's very easy for me to look and then I know what time it is in military time. So the basic things that I do throughout the whole day is their daily living activities. This consists of like ambulating the patient if they want to go for a walk, if they are stable enough to go walking. We do have they are able to use a walker if they need to, and we have gait belts to make sure they are secure. If they're able to ambulate, I will help them ambulate in the hallways, and if they're independent, they can ambulate themselves. After they're done with breakfast, I can help them with oral care if they need to. I can bring them a toothbrush and toothpaste. If they're independent, they can do it themselves, or if they need help, I will assist them with that. Another thing that I do is bathing the patients. So this consists of, with bath wipes they're like warmed up, so we can give them bath wipes. I can wipe them down, help them. I can do a bed bath also with, we have a basin container with the washcloths, soap also, or if they can shower themselves also. That's mostly, showering is pretty much for like independent patients just because they'll shower and they'll do it themselves. Once, if there's a time where a patient is in the bathroom or they're up in the chair, I will change their linen out. I do it daily for day shift, we do it daily, just because they have fresh, clean linen. We don't want them to be sleeping in any dirty linen, like if they got blood on it or if they had an accident or anything. We want to make sure their linen is all cleaned up and fresh. I also will give them a new gown when they're getting bathed, so they're fresh and ready for the day. And then also, if cleaning them up can also consist of patients who are dependent and go to the bathroom in their brief. I will clean them up, make sure they have a new brief on and a new bed pad underneath in case it leaks out. Throughout my day, I will be turning patients. If they are bed rest patients who don't get up, we have to constantly turn them every 2 hours so they don't get a sore on their back or bottom. We want to prevent that, so I will turn them onto a side with a pillow support constantly, just to make sure they don't get a bad bed sore or anything. If needed, I will ask them to order breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and if they need help, I will assist with their meals. If they're unable to eat themselves, I will help them, or if they need help setting up, I can do that. If they want to get into the chair and eat breakfast there, I will also help them with that. Another thing that I do throughout the day is empty out Foley's or the condom catheter bag, and I will chart that too. We pour it into a container and then chart the output of that. There can be some discharges throughout the day, so if there's a discharge, I will make sure with the nurse that I will see it up my screen. I'll check with the nurse to see if there's a time they'll be being discharged, and then the nurse will let me know they're almost ready. So if I want to get them prepared to go home, gather their things, put them in a patient bag, and get them dressed. If they have clothes that they came in, get them in those clothes, or if they have fresh clothes, or if not, they can go in their gown. I will bring a wheelchair up to their room, get them all ready in the wheelchair, and then go out and they will leave the hospital. And then after discharges, I have to clean up the whole room. I have to put all the linen into a linen bag, strip it, and make sure everything is fresh, or just everything's out, so then housekeeping can come in and clean the room deeply for the next patient to come in. I do get admissions throughout the day. This will either be from ED, it can be from another floor, or from PACU, which is the recovery room after their surgery. And the patients will come up, and once they first get there, I have to take their blood pressure, and if they're in a different gown, get them in a new gown, make sure they're all clean and ready for their stay in the hospital. I work constantly with the nurses, making sure if there's anything I need to do. I will make sure I get a report from them also in the morning, because just in case the night shift missed anything, the nurse will let me know this is what I have to do. I feel like I'm totally missing things, but this is just a brief summary of what I do as a CNA. I know you guys are enjoying these CNA videos, and I'm hoping to post some more soon, and I start nursing school soon, so we will get into the nursing student life pretty soon, and I can be posting videos about that and study tips and the classes that I'm taking and how to help others for the future too. I'll have a supply haul and all that stuff, so I'm super excited for that. I literally start in I think it's 2 weeks. It's gonna be the beginning of April I start, and it's March 18th, and March is going by way too fast. If you have any other video recommendations for me, comment them down below, because then I will make them if I can. And if you are new here, don't forget to hit subscribe. If you like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day and liked this video. So bye.